Aquaman 2 is almost here, so why not start getting hyped for Aquaman 3? That's if there is an Aquaman 3, which at this point, who really knows, but the director of the film issues a statement on it. So let's hear what James Wan had to say. So this goes one of two ways. They reboot it just like they've rebooted countless other franchises and even Aquaman in the comics, and they try to figure out a way to handle it like that. Or the other way, where the film is so successful that they can do nothing but keep Jason Momoa as Aquaman and do an Aquaman 3. Now, whatever happens, obviously we're going to talk about this once the box office and everything is out and they start making some statements about it. But up until then, all we got to go on for right now is James Wan himself, who spoke with Empire Magazine. And when asking him about the future of the franchise, what he's heard, what he can talk about, he reveals that he's never directed a third film in a series, and that he believes that with some freedom going into the third film, he would do it. But as of right now, he's just open to it, but they've had no discussions in regards to it. Now, I do find it interesting that he brings up freedom again, which something here is telling me that maybe James Wan wants to do more of what he wants to do, and that might not fit what James Gunn and Peter Safran are going for. Hence why he kind of tossed that in there. It's like, well, if they give me the freedom to make the film I want and all that, which is an interesting way. I think that he's kind of saying, hey, they might be taking some control, or I'm dropping a hint here. I'm just speculating, I don't know, but obviously if James Wan was to pitch another Aquaman film, it has to conform to what they're doing with the DCU, and chances are that he might have some problems with that, like many directors did with the MCU. But like he said, if he does do it, it's the first time he's completing a trilogy and directing a third film in a series, but he's not sure. And I find this very telling, because a couple years ago, all his interviews were, well, when we get to Aquaman 3, or we're setting up Aquaman 3, but recently they've been, well, we're more standalone, or we're doing this, or we're doing that, or we're just going to wait and see. Obviously, the messaging and the reception around a lot of this has changed, which obviously has a bearing on the future.